Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel, and this is how you do Star Trek. I'm talking about Strange New Worlds, the first episode, the pilot episode. I mean, we already know some of the characters because we've seen them in season 2 of Discovery. And yeah, this is the Trek that we've been asking for. This is the Trek that we deserve. Star Trek Strange New Worlds. And the first episode is in fact called Strange New World. So, yes, I've been waiting for this. I was hoping that this would be really good. I know it's only one episode in, but yes, this is what we've been asking for. Yeah, so let's get on with the show, shall we? So before that, let me show you. I took this last year, February, but yeah, that is one of my tattoos. I just got to, this is my Star Trek themed tattoo. Anyway, so Pike, played by Anson Mount, knows what's in store for him. So he is, well, the Enterprise is actually in space dock, and it's going to take one more week for it to actually, excuse me, to be completed. So Pike is taking his time. He is secluded himself in his home. He's grown his beard, he's grown his hair, looking like a grizzly. And he is spending, when they show him, he is in the morning, he's making breakfast, pancakes and some other stuff for his lady friend, who is Captain Batel. She's only got a small scene in it, but I hope we do get to see her a little bit more. Played by Canadian actress Melanie Scofano, who, if I'm not mistaken, I've seen her in The Listener. I think she's also on Winona Earp. Yeah. So her name is, I actually thought it was Patel, but it's actually Batel, Batel. Okay. So they've obviously in a romantic relationship, and then she leaves and tells him that, you need to pick up your, she says, phone or something like that. But he's been hailed and he's been ignoring the calls from Starfleet. So she leaves, and then he gets on his horse and he rides in the snow. Admiral Robert April, played for the first time in live action movie, by the Canadian actor Adrian Holmes, who did a pretty good job. I've seen him in 1907 and something else, some other stuff. I really like this actor a lot. There's been some. Okay, I'll leave that for another video. Anyway, so he comes, spooks this guy's horse, Pike's horse, and he says, I really need to come back. And he says there is a first contact mission that's gone wrong. A small ship with a very basic crew had gone to a planet, and actually there's no word from them since then. But here's a kicker. Una, who is the first officer of the Enterprise, while the Enterprise was getting fixed, she had actually gone on this mission. So they are missing now. So he says, I need you to get onto the Enterprise and go and find what happened, bring them back. So he decides to take his seat on the Enterprise, has a fresh haircut, has a fresh shave, goes in, joins the Enterprise, meets up with Spock. And then we hear them talking about a certain Lieutenant Kirk who Pike had asked about to join on the Enterprise. And we get to see him towards the end. And I was really surprised at that point. Didn't really hear anything about Kirk joining the Enterprise in this early, and it is not canon, by the way. So I don't know. It's not part of canon, so I don't know why it will be coming up. Anyway, he goes and meets the rest of the crew. We have before that, Spock. He had contacted Spock. Spock, meanwhile, is doing a little romance of his own. He's on Vulcan, and he has been having a lovely romantic dinner with T'Pring, his Fia, who becomes. They show how they become betrothed in this particular. How they became engaged in this particular thing, where she basically asks him to marry him, and then he accepts. T'Pring is played by the lovely Jia Sandhu, another Canadian actress, but yeah, one of the few Indian connections that we have because she is a Punjabi Canadian. I've seen her in a couple of episodes as well of other shows. She's also got a good, she's also got good comedic timing, but in this show she's not actually doing that. So they actually kiss, and they get cock blocked because there's I think a waiter or somebody, a member of the staff comes in and says, "Could you please take this somewhere else?" Basically, he tells them to, it's inappropriate, go get a room, and they do. They're about to do the, you know, the deed, but then he is called by Pike, and then he goes off to the Enterprise. Then on the Enterprise, you get to meet the other members of the crew, which are, and I'm going to mention all of them, the ones I like and the ones I'm still 50-50 on right now. So we meet Christina Chong, who plays Laan Noonien Singh, and why the heck is Kurtzman Trek so bent on having siblings, daughters, everybody looking like the same? It's a very small universe that's in Starfleet. This is something I don't understand. Why do we have to have somebody related to Khan Noonien Singh in this particular show? This is what I was talking about, a checkpoint. Like, why do we have this? Anyway, she's there. She's had a traumatic life. She's the only survivor on the planet that she grew on, and you know, so she's had some tough time. She was rescued by Una when she was very young, and Una was still, I think she was a lieutenant back at the time, and therefore they do have a history together. Now, I don't know if that's a romantic history. I don't think so far, but anyway. So we do get to meet her. She is the new head of security and the acting first officer, because Una is not there. Number one is not there. So we get to meet three of them. Then you meet Celia Rose Gooding, who is the cadet, the prodigy. She plays Uhura, Nyota Uhura. She's one of the characters I'm right now 50-50 on, because look, I love Uhura. I love the portrayal of Nichelle Nichols. She is the OG. She's always going to be Uhura to me. As far as the other person is concerned, this person is concerned, I'm not really sure if I do like her all that great. I'll talk about that in another video coming up. You get to meet the helmsman, which is Melissa Navia, who plays Erica Ortegas. Yeah, and then you get to meet, she's not mentioned in the main cast, so I'm actually guessing that you might not see her too much, or she'll be one of the side characters, but on Strange New Worlds, this beautiful actress, who I don't think I've actually seen her before. I think her name is Rong Fu. She's a Chinese-born Canadian actress. She's been on a few shows here and there, but I think this is the first time I'm actually seeing her. She plays Lieutenant Jenna Mitchell. She's on 4 episodes of, as per IMDb, of this season. So, anyway, she's a recurring character. Sorry. Okay. So, and then we get to meet. Oh yeah, I can't forget the others. We also get to meet Babs Olusan, who can't pronounce that name. Sorry. Who plays Dr. Mbenga, who's the chief medical officer, and the main nurse, who is my least favorite character so far, Jenna Bush, who plays Christine Chapel, and I love Christine Chapel, but I'm not sure I like this character at all. In fact, I do not actually like her. So these are the 2 characters who I'm not really that, not sure about. Definitely didn't like Jenna Bush, Jess Bush rather, as Christine Chapel, and about what's her name once again, Celia Rose Gooding as Nyota Uhura. I'm 50-50 at the moment. She may grow on me, but at the moment I'm like only under 50%. Everybody else I love. And then they go to the planet. They are they get what do you call it? They get cosmetics surgery done to look like the local people. They go down, they infiltrate into the place where the Starfleet people are, including Una, are actually held prisoner. And then she tells them that basically this alien race on this planet, they should never have had warp technology at this moment, but apparently because of what happened on Enterprise and Discovery, it lit up the areas around the planet, which is this planet, the Akali planet, and that is how they were able to, using powerful telescopes, they were able to reverse engineer the warp drive, but it's the warp technology, but it's not a warp drive, it's actually a warp bomb, which these two rival factions on the planet, the one that actually discovered does creates it is planning to destroy the other one. So there's a big war going on. So Captain Pike decides to intervene, even though he is not really supposed to. He's just supposed to escape with them. He decides that he goes and tells their leaders that, no, I've got the bigger ship, so I can actually blow you out. But he says he wants them to do a compromise, and at the compromise he beams down and tells them, look guys, you should be able to find it. This is what we, and he shows them clips of Earth in the 21st century, and he says it took us a long time to actually get to where we are. You are headed at the right spot. You might actually destroy each other. Which is typical Star Trek. It's something that we love to see. And he tells them, like, I'm going to give you the choice. This is what your future you are headed. This is the future you're headed to. However, if you can think about cooperation, working with other alien planets and races, and for the betterment of everybody, join Starfleet. So he gives them that choice, and then he leaves. He's not going to force anybody to do anything. He just gives them the opportunity, tells them what's there. Like, you, option A, what you're going to do. Option B is what I would like you to do. That's perfect. And then he leaves, and we have the crew all back together. Throughout the episode, he is plagued by the visions of what he is in store for him. This episode is almost an hour long. I think it was around 50 something minutes. I can't really remember exactly how much, but it's almost an hour long. And this is how everybody is likable. The exception of, like I said, I didn't really like Chapel. Didn't really spend too much time with the Doctor either. Hammer, we didn't get to see much. When you see much, you only see him as a little cameo at the end, where Bruce Horvath, the actor and painter, who's actually legally blind, plays Hammer, and the alien who's an Anar, and he beams onto the ship towards the end of the episode, and then we get to see Lieutenant Kirk joining the Enterprise, and he's going to be reporting to Spock basically. It is not Captain Kirk. It's not James Kirk. It's actually his older brother, Samuel Kirk, played by an actor. Let me see if I can actually get it up. Excuse me. Yeah, so he's going to be a recurring actor as well. Recurring character as well in this, along with Adrian Holmes. Oh yeah, the actor's name is Dan Jeannot, who is I've seen him in anything before. He's a Canadian actor who's been on shows like The Good Witch, Death Race, Red 2. I've never seen any of these shows. Nope, I've not seen him in anything. Oh, he was on Designated Survivor, but I don't really remember him. So yeah. And so T'Pring is there on several episodes. You have Dean Jeannot playing George Samuel Kirk, or Sam Kirk, who's, as he's called, he is the older brother of the future Enterprise Captain James T. Kirk. In the original series, he was actually played by William Shatner with a mustache, a fake mustache put in, and of course you've got Adrian Holmes also in as Robert April, right? So. Yeah, and we get to know that Rebecca Romijn playing number one, or Una. Her full name is Una Chin Riley, and she is, of course, the first officer, and one of the best first officers at this point. Yeah, so you also have Andre Day Kim as Chief Kyle. You see him in a couple of scenes. One of the best being that he actually beams the serum that Spock needs to actually keep his disguise on directly into his eye, and man, that was really awesome to see. So yeah, brilliant so far. 8.5 out of 10. I really love the episode. I actually want to watch it once again, probably tomorrow, sometime tomorrow, I guess. Really do like it. So far, loving most of the characters, with the exception of those two that I mentioned. In the case of, I mean, and I haven't seen Hammer so far, but I mean, because he only see a cameo, he doesn't like to see anything. I've seen the clip of Hammer, and looks like he's going to be a fun character as well. Little gruff, but at the same time, it seems to be a little funny. Like I said, Rose Gooding, Celia Rose Gooding, nothing against the actress, but so far, I don't know if I actually like her. And I'm actually wondering, did we really need Uhura in this show? Do we really need did we actually need James T. Kirk on this show, because he is going to be there in the next season, and his brother also, do we need to see him? So that's my problem with Kurtzman Trek so far. But this video has been really long. I'll try to shoot another video about some other aspects about Kurtzman Trek and the certain shows, but this is really promising. The writers in this have done a backup job. The actors are all good. I can't wait for more. Unfortunately, this show is only 10 episodes, but I will do a review for each of them. Now, this one is going to be a little lengthy, because of course I've introduced a lot of the things that I've mentioned, and it's now going to be done in the next episode. So hopefully I can keep the videos to around the 10-minute mark. Thank you guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you again pretty soon. Bye-bye.